Welcome to this screencast. We are looking at an example written by a student of mine of one of the 12 mark questions at the end of your creative iMedia exam. This is an old paper, and in this one we've got the student started by highlighting with a highlighter some key points that she wants to discuss in her analysis of this mood board. Now that's really good to have done that, because the mark scheme, to aim for a level 3, the highest mark band for this question, what OCR will be looking at is equal weighting of the pros and cons in your answer, proper context given to you in the scenario for the question, and then are you using the correct keywords for what you're talking about? Do you understand the purpose of a pre-planning document? In this case, it's a mood board. And the quality of the writing is assessed in that last question. I've actually counted, and we've got 9 lines of pros, and on the back 9.5 lines of cons. So we are already hitting the requirement for equal weighting. And then I've circled every time the students used wording that shows that our answer is in the context of this scenario given here. So far for the pros and cons, we are definitely within mark band 3. However, when we move to the last section of our answer, which is suggested improvement, how you could make this better. Now, by structuring your answer like that, you should be able to give further evidence of the depth of your understanding of the mood board, the context, and what you should be proficient with at the end of your creative iMedia course. However, what we found here is that the students did pretty much repeat what was already discussed above. So what I would advise in this case is these documents are always considered as a draft, or sometimes they write it as a first draft. So some elements are correct, other elements may be slightly wrong, like the rain in the case of summer barbecue is not exactly what you want to push forward to drive up your sales. There's nothing about the use of peppers in here. I mean, oysters for barbecue, not totally convinced. And you could suggest to replace this with the ice cream and the sun cream, for example. There is no annotation originally in your in the pre-planning document given to you in this question, and this is pretty constant in past exam. So what you can then talk about there is, first, I mean, nothing about the discount for the bank holiday sales, so that would be within the context of the question, totally missing, put it in there. What I mentioned earlier, the limited range of product, but also there's not a lot of information for the target audience for this document. Now, the target audience for the pre-planning document is very often a graphic artist, but in this case, because it's a TV advert, then it will be the producer, the director of a TV advert. So use these words here, and then there's very limited information for them, and then the students did mention that in here. So that's really good, and you can suggest that this could be added as annotation in your pre-planning documents there. So I hope you will find useful, and then good luck for your exam next week.